New Zealand's Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern says people are unaccounted for after a volcano erupted on White Island, injuring a number of tourists. Let's go live to our New Zealand correspondent Jackson Williams. Jackson, one person with critical injuries. What do we know so far?
Yeah, Tom, good afternoon. An incredibly serious situation, a one that's evolving quite rapidly as well. In the past hour, we heard from the Prime Minister Jacinda Auburn at her weekly post-cabinet media conference saying that it was her understanding that at the time of this afternoon's eruption, shortly after 2 o'clock local time here in New Zealand, that there were around 100 people on or around White Island. However, in a somewhat positive development, we have just received an update from New Zealand Police. They say we now believe there were fewer than 50 people on or near the island at the time of the eruption. Police advising us that some of those people have been transported to shore to Whakatane. However, police say a number of people believed to be on the island are currently unaccounted for. Police are not able to provide us with a figure at this time at how many people they believe remain unaccounted for. Police say that of those transported to shore, at least one has been critically injured. I have also just received a media release from St John. They say that ambulance officers from Whakatane are travelling to White Island via Coast Guard. They've also dispatched 7 helicopters to the island with paramedics on board. We're told on board one helicopter is the St John Medical Director, who will establish a triage unit on the island. St John believes that up to 20 people on the island require medical treatment. We'll listen now to New Zealand's Prime Minister Jacinda Auburn, who spoke earlier this afternoon on this unfolding situation off the coast of New Zealand's North Island.
Police search and rescue is supporting the National Emergency Management Agency following an eruption at White Island off the coast of Whakatane. Police were alerted at 2:17 p.m. At this stage, and please do keep in mind this is an evolving situation, but at this stage we believe around 100 people were on or around the island at the time, and some of those at this stage are unaccounted for.
Jacinda Auburn there saying it was the initial belief of authorities that 100 people were on or around the island at the time of this afternoon's eruption. Thankfully, police say fewer than 50 were on or around the island. But Tom, certainly very concerning that a number of people remain unaccounted for. Just quickly, I've also received an update from GNS Science speaking with some details about this afternoon's eruption. They said it occurred at 2:11 local time, and that their monitoring data shows that there was a short-lived eruption that generated an ash plume to 12,000 feet above the vent. They say it was an impulsive, short-lived event and affected the crater floor, and that activity appears to have diminished since the eruption. So that's certainly a positive development, that activity has diminished in the hours since this eruption, Tom, because of course there'll be a number of emergency services personnel making their way or currently on White Island, attending to those people who were injured as a result of this afternoon's eruption. But rather concerningly, a number of people remain unaccounted for 3 hours since this eruption on White Island.
Jackson Williams, thank you. We'll keep updated on that situation happening there in New Zealand.